I chain smoke and I say fuck a lot. But I accept myself for the way I am. I accept you too. Viewer discretion advised.
Do you remember what you thought when Michael announced he was getting married to Lisa Marie?
I said, oh my God, is this real or is this to cover up this other situation that's happening?
Why think that right away? Maybe your brother's getting married and...
Because I know him. I know that he doesn't have an interest in women. I know, not that kind of way.
Any woman?
No, absolutely not. He would never touch a woman. He would say it. Oh, can't stand them. He would just say it. I can't stand them.
Why do you think Michael and Lisa Marie went on such a public campaign to convince everyone that this marriage was on the up and up, that it was real, legit?
To throw the allegations off the little courts.
Period.
Word, period. I must tell you that this is very difficult for me, that Michael is my brother. I love him a great deal, but I cannot and I will not be a silent collaborator of his crimes against small, innocent children. And if I remain silent, then that means that I feel the guilt and the humiliation that these children are feeling, and I think it's very wrong. I have seen checks payable to the parents of these children. And I don't know if these children were apparently brought to the parents by Michael or not, but I have seen these checks, and I've seen these checks through my mother. She showed me these checks that Michael had written to these children, and it's for a great amount. And I'm not speaking pennies. The sums are very, very large amounts. And this is my first time talking about it, and I never want to speak about it. I never want to say anything about it. But I think it's sad because I am a victim myself, and I know what it feels like. And these kids are going to be scarred for the rest of their life, and I don't want to see any more innocent small children being affected this way. I love Michael very dearly, but I feel even more sorry for these children because they don't have a life anymore. They don't. Now you stop and you think for 1 second and you tell me what 35-year-old man is going to take a little boy and stay with him for 30 days and take another boy and stay with him for 5 days in a room and never leave the room. How many of you out there are 35 years old? How many men are out there? How many would take little kids and do that are 9, 10, 11 years old? I love my brother, but it's wrong. I don't want to see these kids hurt. I've been hurt by it too. My father molested me sexually, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. And to this day, this is my husband, and he can vouch for this. I will not have a relationship with him because of that. But I love him dearly, but I cannot. Perhaps one day I will come to terms with it, and I will be able to. But for now, I can't do it. And that's what I don't want to see happen to these little kids.
If you follow Crazy Days and Nights, you know they don't reveal anything unless they know it's true. So sometimes I like to throw out a little reveal. So let's check it out. Thursday, July 5th, 2018. Blind Items revealed number 10 from 2/15/2018. Want to hear this permanent A++ list icon discussing on the phone what he did or wanted to do with children? Want to hear him telling parents their children are liars for accusing him of doing the same things? You want to see a short 30-second film of him where he appears to be naked in front of a tween boy wearing a striped short sleeve shirt looking up at the icon? Well, if you have at least 7 figures, then you can own it according to the middleman shopping it around. And it was revealed as Michael Jackson.
Mr. Jackson?
That's Safe Chuck when he was just 8, working on a Pepsi commercial with the King of Pop.
Looking for me?
He allegedly engaged in a wedding ceremony with this young boy.
Wade Robson got his start as Michael Jackson's protege. He was just a kid back then and performed with the superstar in music videos. Now he's breaking his silence about his claims that Michael Jackson sexually abused him beginning at age 7.
Every time we were together, it happened. There was no night that went by that I was with him that he didn't sexually abuse me.
Robson says he never told anyone what was really taking place during those frequent slumber parties with Jackson at Neverland Ranch.
It started with him fondling, then it moved into kissing him, kissing me on the lips like a French kiss sort of thing, and then it moved to oral sex.
He says Jackson warned they would both go to jail if anyone found out. So for decades, Robson defended Jackson, saying he never molested anyone.
It was not possible for me to tell the truth about what happened, what Michael Jackson did to me, until I did, because when I was younger, I was terrified the idea of my life falling apart, him going to jail.
In 1997, I interviewed Robson for CNN along with his mother when Jackson was first accused of child molestation.
It's just a slumber party. We just have a lot of fun.
I remember specifically the days leading up to that interview. The conversation from Michael was, they're saying that we did this, that, and the other, these disgusting sexual things, and we never did any of that, right? And I would just play along and say, yeah, it's crazy. We never did anything like that.
In 2005, Robson appeared as a star defense witness at Jackson's trial when the singer was found not guilty of molestation charges. Robson testified under oath that Jackson never abused him. He said the same thing when he appeared on Jimmy Kimmel's show in 2003.
Show me where he touched you. No nonsense, no shenanigans.
But everything changed when Robson married and had a son. He says 2 nervous breakdowns finally forced him to reveal to a therapist and his family the dark secret he says he'd been hiding.
It was just pain and disgust and anger at the idea of that, something like that, anything like that happening to my son.
He decided to file a lawsuit against the late entertainer's estate because he claims Jackson wasn't the only one who knew about the abuse.
In this lawsuit, you call it a thinly veiled business to operate as a child sex abuse operation.
Yeah.
Is that how you see it?
Yeah, absolutely. It took so many people that worked for Michael to organize the level at which children were constantly, including myself, brought to him.
Today, Robson is teaching a whole new generation of performers, not only to dance, but how to face their fears.
Michael was an incredible singer, songwriter, dancer, performer, and he was also a child predator, a child sexual abuser.
I suppose the problem for many people is what happened in 1993, or what didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Just cast your mind back. What was that like when you first heard the allegations that were being made against you?
It was shocking, and I'm not allowed to talk about this by way of law. So,
but how did you feel about what was being said? I'm not asking you to talk about what was said.
I was shocked because God knows in my heart how much I adore children.
But isn't that precisely the problem, that when you actually invite children into your bed, you never know what's going to happen?
But when you say bed, you're thinking sexual. They make that sexual. It's not sexual. But we're going to sleep. I tuck them in. I put a little music on, and do a little story time. I read a book. It's very sweet. Put the fireplace on. We give them hot milk. We have little cookies. It's very charming. Very sweet.
Sure.
It's what the whole world should do. But I have slept in a bed with many children. I sleep in the bed with all of them. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side, Macaulay Culkin's on this side, his sister's in there. We're all just jamming the bed.
What happened at the house? That's what all these things that people are concerned about.
That's what's so weird,
What did happen?
Nothing happened, I mean, nothing really. I mean, we played video games, we played it as an amusement park. Well, the thing is with that whole thing is that, they go, oh, you slept in the same bedroom as him. It's like, I don't think you understand. Michael Jackson's bedroom is 2 stories. And it has like 3 bathrooms and this and that. So when I slept in his bedroom, yeah, but you have to understand the whole scenario.
Is your brother a pedophile?
In my eyes, definitely yes.
Fucking stoned.
I got a motherfucking spaceship. Oh, fuck. Oh, cool. I got it.